Welcome back to Blockchain Pill. My name is Alex, and today we'll see what's been going on in the ICP ecosystem the previous week. In this episode, we'll talk about why I think that the ICP price has potentially bottomed out. We got to $7.60, and a lot of people have lost their mind. One ICP developer in particular has lost their mind, in my opinion, and we'll cover a little bit of his Twitter posts. And finally, we'll have a look at what Dfinity has been up to. And of course, we'll cover some of our favorite SNS projects, and we'll give you the updates that they have for you. So with that in mind, let's jump into the episode. First of all, let's have a look at the ICP price and why I think that we have bottomed out. ICP went as low as $7.60. This has been a price that I think that a lot of people thought we will never see again, and myself included. From the very top at $20, $21, this drawdown took us down over 60%, which is a massive drawdown. If you remember, if you've been here for the past 2 years, you remember when we were at sub $3, the sentiment in the ICP community was very similar to what we're seeing right now. People were calling for $1 ICP, 30 cents ICP. ICP is finally going to zero. We're in a death spiral and we're going to go to zero. And that was the sentiment there. Now, if we are to learn a lesson, is that you should never sell when there is max fear in the crypto space. Because usually during max fear, that is when you should be buying. And had you bought here at under $3, you would still be up on your ICP position right now, and you would be sitting a lot more comfortable than I would assume most people are sitting now. So we are going through the same thing right now when the price dropped below $8, and many people on the ICP crypto Twitter are calling for, we're going to $5, we're going to $3, we're going to 10 cents. That is not going to happen. Everybody who would have sold, in my opinion, has already sold. The bulk of the downside move has already happened, right? If it goes down another like 10%, 5%, is it really worth selling it when the downside potential is limited and the upside potential is basically uncapped, right? Like there's so much more room to the upside than it is to the downside. So I think that it will not drop below where we're now. I am extremely surprised that we even went this low, but I think that this is the bottom. And in the coming weeks, we're gonna look back at this moment and know this was the right move, not to panic and not to sell when we were panicked. So there is one ICP developer in particular that really didn't like this move to the downside. And honestly, can we really blame him? We can a bit. You're a project leader. I don't think it's in anyone's interest that you publicly lose your mind and start attacking Dfinity and Dominic himself. So I didn't want to include it into the previous weekly review. I thought this was a one-of-a-kind reaction that he had, and maybe he would delete this, but he didn't. So he went on Twitter and he directly attacked Dominic Williams, like saying, remember, Dominic isn't your savior. He just wants to dump on you. And that's why he's chasing AI for his next pump and dump. And this got very mixed replies from the ICP community. As a founder, you shouldn't make this kind of statements publicly for two reasons. It looks very emotional, which is true, and he wouldn't trust his money with someone who can't keep it together. Your token price can tank, and then you kind of screwed all your investors who believed in you and bought into your token and into your vision, and now you're breaking down and causing them massive losses, which is unacceptable. I can understand the reason behind it, like the ICP price drop is affecting all of us. And most recently, this developer has been saying that some other teams received huge grants from Dfinity, while he only got $25,000. But then again, we raised close to 100,000 ICP. So I don't see how a $100,000 grant would change anything about the way you can run your company. I don't see how this brings any benefit to anyone, especially to your investors and your token holders. So yeah, there's a lot of tension, and there have been other people that started complaining about ICP and about Dfinity and Dominic. This caught my attention because I believe this was one of the people who, in my opinion, shouldn't have this breakdown, especially in public. As a project leader and as someone with many investors, you should be more professional. And I'm telling this for your investors, not for myself. It doesn't really affect me in any way because I'm not an investor in your platform. But listen, I wish you all the best luck, and hopefully your game is gonna bring the next million users to ICP, and everything is gonna be fine, and everybody who held through is going to be rewarded. So that is that. The race for ICP Liquid Staking has begun, and we have two main players that are currently promoting this service. And of course, we have the Geek Factory, which is one of my favorite development teams on the Internet Computer Protocol. They're an OG team. Everybody knows about them. Last week, they launched their liquid staking. And let's have a look at the platform. There is already 17,000 ICP staked on their platform, and the average APR received for the stakers is 10%. I think this competes very well with the NNS staking, where you have to lock your tokens for up to 8 years to receive 15%. And here, without having your ICP locked, you're receiving 10%, which I think is a super good deal. There is a second team who's advertising another ICP liquid staking platform called Water Neuron. And although they don't have a website right now, they did initiate an SNS decentralization swap, meaning that they want to decentralize their product and give it to the community. But what is not clear to me is, do they actually have a working product right now, or what exactly are they decentralizing? That is unclear. In less than 4 hours, ICP investors will be able to become part owners of Water Neuron, and they're looking to raise 200,000 ICP for about, I think, 25% of the token supply. So if you're looking to invest in Water Neuron's ICP Liquid Staking, you can do it in the SNS. But if you want to actually use ICP Liquid Staking, you can go to StakeGeek right now and stake your ICP to receive 10.24% APR, which is super cool. And we have a few super exciting updates from Dfinity. Verifiable credentials are now live on ICP, giving users control of their digital identity. An identity solution that is privacy preserving, walletless, and a versatile solution across Web 2 and Web 3. For example, if there is a website that requires you to be 18 years old to be able to enter on it, for example, a gambling platform or whatnot, your internet identity in theory would be able to verify that you are over 18 years old without giving away your exact date of birth. So it could verify you're 18 without giving your personal information, which I think is amazing. And there is this demo made by Mod Club where they used this feature, this new feature of the internet identity. By using this platform, they verified that they are indeed a real human. With this verification that their internet identity has received, they could now join a private Openchat group where you have to be a human. You need to have this verification of humanhood, of personhood, to be able to join. And their internet identity could verify it, and they could join the Openchat group. And this is a great feature, for example, for channels where you want to be able to do giveaways to real people. You need to have some kind of verification that the giveaways are actually going to real people instead of just bots. The daily active users of Openchat have massively grown, and we're currently sitting on an all-time high in users, and Token Terminal made sure to let everybody know about it. What Openchat did, every day you log in, you have the ability to claim some tokens, and every day you do it, your streak increases. You don't want to miss your streak, so you're gonna log into Openchat every day. People really loving Openchat, and a lot of communities are growing on this platform and are loving it. We have some news from Boom DAO, which is like the gaming guild on the Internet Computer Protocol. They're helping all the ICP games get on chain by leveraging their tools. So the latest game to join their platform is called Toyo World, which is a Pokemon-like game, and now it's finally fully on chain. And usually when a new game joins the Boom DAO platform, they have some initial quests that people can complete to earn Boom DAO tokens and, maybe some other mint tokens as well. And finally, one of my favorite teams in the ICP ecosystem, Elna, has been on a live call with the Dfinity Foundation where they talked about decentralized AI and the importance of decentralizing AI and hosting it on the blockchain. And I think this is a great talk. The intro really caught my attention, and I will be watching it in the coming days. That's what's been happening in the ICP ecosystem. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.